But soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes, to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. As daylight doth a lamp, her eye in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Amen.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? Is it nor a hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part, belonging to a man? Oh, be some other name. What in a name, that which we call a rose, by other than any other word which smells as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all thyself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that, thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I knew the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague? How camest thou hither? And tell me, wherefore? The orchard walls are high, and hard to climb, and the place deaf, considering who thou art, and if any of my kinsmen find what they hear.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for this world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such mercy.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell in form, fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell complaint, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjures, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or I thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be persive and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think I my light. But trust me, gentlemen, I prove thee true than those that have more coying to be strange. I must confess, but that thou overhead's ear I was ware, my true love passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night has so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
O swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, for thou wilt swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my adultery, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love,
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to ear on say it lightens. Sweet good night, this bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower in the next week we meet. Good night and good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as then with my breast.
oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would repair to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give thee again, and yet I wish for nothing I have. My bounty is as boundless as sea, my love as deep. For thee I give to thee, and the more I have, the both are infinite. Juliet! Juliet! I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
O blessed, blessed night, I am afeard. Being a night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Three words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed.
No, he hates himself.
If that thy bent of love honorable, thy purpose merit, send me word tomorrow. By one I will procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and my fortunes at thy foot I lay, and follow thee, may Lord, throughout the world. Madame! I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee. Madame! By and by, I come to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive, my soul.
1,000 times good night.
A thousand times the worst to want thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice, to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bonded is a horse, and may not speak aloud. Else would I tear in the cave where echoes lie, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo!
My dear,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year till then. I have forgot what I did call back thee.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand here, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird, and let it hop from a little from its hen, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and the silken thread plucks it back again, so love jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet so I, yet should I kill thy much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say, good night, till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
Wow, it's so dark, I can't see anything.
Take a picture.
You can't see, but he's actually really